Hello everyone and welcome back. Now 1 year ago, pretty much to the day, we received the official announcement for Jurassic World Evolution 2. Now in the, time frame between the game being announced and the official release, there was definitely the fair share of hype in the community, and people such as myself have even gone on to make YouTube channels about it. And might I add, the sheer spectacle of the amount of channels that have sort of come, into the big picture of YouTube just from Jurassic World Evolution 2 is pretty insane. And that's morally down to Jurassic World Evolution 2 just being an exciting game overall for the community. However, 1 year on, the question does beckon: did Jurassic World Evolution 2 live up to the hype? Well, unsurprisingly, that's exactly what we're going to be looking at today. And if you do go on to enjoy today's video, let's try and hit 30 likes on today's video, and please do consider subscribing, as your support is always greatly appreciated here on the channel. But with that being said, let's get into it. So as I said at the beginning, the sheer spectacle of hype that just the announcement itself sort of generated for Jurassic World Evolution 2 is a pretty big amount. And when you sort of put that hype into perspective, it means that generally speaking, considering, what happened with Jurassic World Evolution, people generally set pretty high standards. And that's fair enough. Jurassic World Evolution didn't necessarily end on the highest of standards, so people are obviously going to set higher standards for the sequel, with Frontier having so much feedback to work on and general improvements from us, the community. Yeah, we were sort of expecting they'd meet most of those improvements. And have they? Well, that's exactly what I'm about to discuss. So, Jurassic World Evolution 2 and Jurassic World Evolution side by side are similar but simultaneously very different games. Jurassic World Evolution lacked in certain aspects such as dinosaur variation, generally like map variation, and it just felt very enclosed and limited. And that's somewhere where Jurassic World Evolution 2 is definitely a sort of upgrade in regards to, variation. And this is something that fans, not just myself, but literally a majority of the fans were sort of anticipating with JW2. And have they been disappointed? Well, I'm gonna say no, not at all. The sheer spectacle, I need to stop saying spectacle, but the sheer amount of dinosaurs in Jurassic World Evolution 2 is on a scale of pretty much anything that we haven't seen before in a park builder. Jurassic World Evolution left us with, I believe, 56 species and just one pterosaur, which was on an automated animation system. Now, I know you could argue that in JWE2, the aquatics and pterosaurs aren't the most entertaining pieces of the game, but they're not on an automated animation system, as I say, and generally just feel much more alive because of, the pterosaurs. They have animations where they can interact with each other and can actually go out and kill people. And I know the aquatics can't, but it's just nice to have aquatics. It adds a element of variation and, perhaps something that not too many people necessarily think of when you say dinosaur. Now, that's of course because aquatics aren't dinosaurs in their own rights. They are aquatic reptiles, aquatic creatures. Whatever Reddit would really call them is, what they are. So when you put all of these factors together, in terms of variation, Jurassic World Evolution 2 well and truly lived up to the hype. And I know that not every dinosaur, pterosaur, aquatic that we wanted was in the game, but from a broad sort of standpoint, what we wanted we got, and we got in pretty excellent fashion, with there being several species in aquatics and pterosaurs in the free game. Well, not free, but the base game. Now, something that everyone really wanted more of, and I was perhaps a bit disappointed with early Jurassic World Evolution 2, was decorations. So Jurassic World Evolution 2 introduced decorations to the sort of Jurassic World Evolution saga, and while I was definitely beyond happy with what we got, I was definitely somewhat disappointed. And I'm not alone here. Many people have argued or sort of come at Frontier for the lack of decorations and amenities in Jurassic World Evolution 2, despite it being on a much bigger scale than what it was in Jurassic World Evolution. And they have every right to do so, because games like, for example, Prehistoric Kingdom, this is places where they thrive in that sort of decoration aspect, and is definitely a place where Jurassic World Evolution 2 lacks even today, despite all of the decoration updates we've had and stuff that are primarily based around getting new decorations. You can give us as many maps as we like, but it gets increasingly hard to make a new and sort of diverse park without, something that we can really make sort of, attention to detail, stuff like that. You can't make an in-depth park if, quite frankly, everything's the same. And again, this is something that people are still arguing at Frontier for even today. You know, we've had more decorations and stuff like free updates, but when you put it into perspective against games like Prehistoric Kingdom, there's just not an awful lot to really get our hands into and make our parks, you know, have that extra attention to detail. So in terms of hype for decorations, JWE 2 was definitely a bit of a letdown, but again, I'm still happy that we got the decorations that we did get and do have. And last but not least was Jurassic World Evolution 2. Good in terms of fan service and, you know, just generally giving us what we wanted. So to sort of put an emphasis on what I mean by this is, Jurassic World Evolution 2 was definitely lackluster in certain aspects, and, you know, being the community, we sort of got to give JW2 a sense of almost direction of what we wanted in the game, and a lot of the stuff that we did ask for did, you know, of course, get implemented into the game as a result of us asking for it. And for example, stuff like the aquatics, I'm not saying that we wouldn't have got them if we didn't ask for them, but we were pushing for, you know, an aquatic DLC in Jurassic World Evolution pretty much every other day, and we never got it, and that's why I believe that we got it in JWE 2. We asked for more decorations, we got it. We asked for new maps, we got it. We asked for more dinosaurs, and we got it. And I'm by no means saying that the game's perfect, it's definitely somewhat far from it, but generally speaking, we got what we wanted, and that's why I have a lot of respect to Frontier for what they have actually done with JWE2. So overall, 1 year on, did Jurassic World Evolution 2 live up the hype? Well, to put it into short terms, yes, I think it did. Is it perfect? No, but is it good? Indefinitely. We didn't get everything we want, and, you know, that's definitely a bit of a pushback, but we got so much new content and are still getting so much new content. The DLCs are so much more in-depth this time around, and I'm really excited heading into year 2 of Jurassic World Evolution 2, and I know that it's not officially, you know, 1 year since it got released, but in this first sort of year of having it in existence, it's definitely been one journey. I mean, I've got a YouTube channel out of it now, and yeah, in terms of my Jurassic lifestyle, it's definitely helped out a lot. So, thank you for this first year, Jurassic World Evolution 2, and thank you for watching, and I do hope to catch you in the next one.